Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome in. This is something that I've done before with a viewer sending in footage of them playing killer, asking me to review it and try to give them some tips. I think I'm going to be calling this Meticulous Mondays just because I'm going to release a new one of these every Monday as long as I have footage. Uh, and try to do what is usually a pretty long video of explaining like what I think the person should do or like the mistakes that they make and how to generally be a better killer. And so if you guys are interested on being a better killer, these are going to be very deep dives into somebody's gameplay that said that they need a little bit of help. And I'm gonna try my best to explain what they need to do and how they need to do it. And also, if you guys want to send in your own gameplay, you can join the Discord. The link will be below in the description. And there is a channel in the Discord for DVD VOD reviews, and I will record and queue it up, and eventually your VOD will be reviewed, and you'll be able to see what suggestions I have for you. So this is coming in from a user named AceInYourWhole. He's sending in some spirit footage. He's on the Pelrose Backwater Swamp. Don't exactly know where he is. Let's have the camera panning around a little bit. All right. Okay. So we know where he is now. So one of the biggest things, and I think I may make a video about this soon. One of the biggest things when you play killer is figuring out where you spawned and trying to figure out the survivor spawns from there. So we're on Pale Rose, which Pale Rose is a decently sized map. And with Pale Rose, the shack is in the corner, and then you got the docks, of course, and then you got some like tiles over here, and then you got the boat right here. And so this is the basic layout of Pale Rose. You got shack, the dock, and then you got the big boat. And so it looks like the spirit has spawned right here. And so because the spirit spawned right here in about the middle of this side of the map, there's not going to be anybody below this line. Below this line, nobody's gonna be. Now, if she spawned maybe towards Shack, then there might be somebody over here. But because she spawned in the middle, this is a pretty good spawn as killer. Everybody is going to be along this side. They're gonna be in different positions along the side by the boat. And the reason why I know that is just because survivors aren't going to spawn like super duper close to you, and there's only like so many survivor spawns, and because she's so close to the docks and so close to the shack and so close to these corners, she's a little bit too close for a survivor to be able to spawn, and so everybody's going to be on this side of the map. And I believe from the looks of her turning around, she's going to go to that side of the map and try to find him. Now, what I would do if I was her is she spawned right here, of course. I would probably go either right or left. If she hears the crows at the boat, I'd probably go to the boat and see if I can find anybody. Otherwise, I'd go right and then work my way back around and try to just circle around the map trying to find somebody. If she hears people at the boat, she may be able to find somebody. Let's see what happens. Oh, also, let's look at the build. Ooh, we're running some add-ons. That's not activation speed, is it? No, it's not a no, it's not. So that's duration and speed, I believe. Brown duration and speed. Which brown add-ons aren't the best. They help out a little bit. Not really gonna affect your gameplay that much. Which is good. If you're learning a killer, it's really good to use brown add-ons or just no add-ons at all. You're using barbecue and chili for the tracking and points, I assume, which is not a bad perk. You can sloppy butcher and pop. This is a pretty good amount of slowdown. And monitor. Monitor is a bit of a weird pick for spirit, just because it reduces her tear radius. It's good for getting that first hit without using your power, but then they hear your phase, like they hear when you're phasing because your tear radius is so short. They hear it a lot easier. And so I understand the pick. I don't really mind monitor on spirit, just trying to walk up people, get that first hit. I usually pair it with infectious though, just because it pairs so well when your tear radius increases because you're in chase. If you guys don't know what monitor does, your tear radius increases by 8 meters when you're in chase, and it decreases by 8 meters when you're not in chase. So it's like, really small when you're not in chase. You can sneak up on people, and then when you're in chase, it's pretty big. And so it pairs pretty well with infectious, which whenever you down somebody with infectious, everybody in your territory screams. And so that has some pretty good synergy. But of course, if you're not confident with spirit, if you're not confident with slugging, then of course infectious isn't that good. This isn't that bad of a build. It should It's a pretty aggressive build in all honesty, because these two perks depend on you being able to get downs and be able to get hits. And so if you're unable to do that, then these two perks aren't going to have as much use for you. If you're trying to learn a killer, I would probably drop either sloppy or pop and put in corrupt. Maybe if you're not confident with the killer, I'd probably drop pop and put on corrupt and do corrupt sloppy if you're not as confident. But not a bad build. Let's see how it goes. All right, so immediately go into the shack. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this is a very minor thing. But like I said at the beginning, there's nobody is gonna spawn over here, and so using like a little bit of your power just to go to the shack is pretty is the wrong play. You should immediately try to cross the map as fast as you can to get to the middle, so you can see if there's anybody, because nobody's gonna be actually spawning over here because of the way that you spawned. Of course, as a newer killer, like you might not know that, or if you don't know about survivor spawns. All right, we're rotating right. We heard some people at the Pale Rose, at the big boat, and so they're probably over there. All right, so it does look like I'm right. I think that there's at least one or two people over here. Look like somebody spawned right here. I don't know if there's more than one person here, and there's probably somebody over here as well. So we can account for at least two people because we know somebody activated the Pale Rose Crows, and we got one person right here. So half of the team is accounted for, which is good. You want to have that kind of information at the beginning of the match as killer. Looks like you're playing on controller as well. I didn't notice that. All right, we got two people. This person was working on it as well. So I got one person over here, and then we've got the Meg to our side, and then we got one person at Peros. That's three people accounted for. We just got one person that's not. They may be at this generator over here, but I don't know. And having this kind of information as killer is very good because if you know that people are at certain generators, if you can try to push survivors towards those generators, you could slow down the game by so much, even without any game slowdowns. So you go after the Jake. All right. We'd be going for the fast down. You hear him? Oh, you heard the, I don't know why that didn't hit. Heard the MiG. You managed to get that hit. God, I feel for you on controller. I really do. What I would do if you're running a four wall, I wouldn't hug the corner as tight because you're in a four wall, you're going to be in a lot better of a position. And the reason why it's called a four wall is because there's four walls. I know, amazing. Uh, so the way the four wall is set up is there's either a actually let's do it like this. So the way the four wall is set up is it's set up in a couple different variations. Oh my god, I keep on messing it up. Okay, there we go. Like this is one of the variations of the four wall to where there'll be a window right here and there'll be a pallet right here. And it looks like that's what maybe this variation is. Uh or there's another variation. Actually, no, I don't think we saw a window. I don't know. There's another variation of the four wall to where it is like this, to where there's a window right here, and then there's a pallet right here. So you're gonna either have the window right here or right here. And what you want to do typically, because there's a pallet right here, because there's a window right here, you want to try to position yourself as killer if you're following this person right along this way. You want to try to position yourself to where when they drop the pallet and they're stuck in animation, instead of eating the pallet or standing right next to the pallet, you want to try to get over to here as fast as possible because this is a very short wall. And that puts the person in a 50-50 situation to where if they vault the pallet, you can double back and hit them. If they don't vault the pallet, you can hit them through. And so, what I would do if I were you, if they're running this pallet and you're right here, just go right here, show your red light around the corner, moonwalk back, and hit them when they vault. If they don't vault, then stop moonwalking and go forward, and you'll be able to catch them before they get to anywhere meaningful. And that way, you deny the window, you make the pallet useless, and you're in a lot better of a situation. But you managed to get this hit because of ping, because of server latency, so you're not in that bad of a place. And you managed to get two hits with sloppy. All right, so you allow her to get this window. Let me watch this again. So what you should immediately have done. So you don't even like fully cross the corner. What I would have done immediately is I would have gone around this corner and gone like halfway through this wall, like I was saying, a four wall. Uh, making this very shitty. I would have gone around this corner and then shown my red light and then have her vault through, and then you would have mind gamed her, and you would already have this chase done. But instead, you don't fully commit around the corner, and instead, you let her get the vault, and so this chase lasts a little bit longer. Just a little bit better at positioning, and you would already had her down, and you would have had it down 50 seconds into the game, which is pretty decent. It's not bad. You start phasing. Ooh. All right. So if you're ever not confident about a phase, just don't swing. Swinging and missing when you come out of phase is very detrimental. So if you're not 100% sure where somebody is, just come out of the phase and just walk on them. Yeah, exactly, exactly. That is decent. Okay, so you can look a little bit away from the wall so that they can see your red light better. But you do like what I was just talking about. And you managed to get a hit. You managed to get a hit at a minute oh 05. And that doesn't seem like a huge difference, getting it 15 seconds later than you could have. But considering the gens are done in 80 seconds or faster if there's multiple people working on them, every second counts, especially at the beginning of the match. So you managed to get it down. Go to the corner. Not a bad hook. I really, really like corner hooks. That's one of the things that people don't really consider. Where you hook the survivor matters a lot. It matters just as much as everything else. Because this map is a square and we are hooking the survivor in the corner here, it makes it a lot easier to contest and to make this a pain in the ass to save. So what the spirit can do with hooking this person in the corner, we know that somebody's on Pale Rose. We know that somebody's over here. And so she can go to Pale Rose, contest it a little bit, and then immediately go back as soon as they get like one hit. And then whenever somebody comes over here, even if they get the save off, these people are trapped in the corner. And so there's no way that they're going to get out without at least getting hit or somebody going down. And that's why corners are so good, because when you come back to the hook, there's nowhere for them to go because they're just trapped in the corner. You pin them to the corner. And so that's why corner hooks are so good to go for if you can ever go for them, because they're so much better than like ones in the middle of the field, because they can go 360 degrees anywhere. But this makes it to where they're a lot more limited in where they can go. And usually corners don't have as many resources, don't have any windows nearby or anything. Now, Swamp is a little bit of an exception. It does have this log tile right here, but it's not a great tile, especially with Spirit. You can phase around it and get a pretty easy hit. All right, let's see what kind of information we got with barbecue. It doesn't look like anybody's at the Pale Rose. They could be hiding behind it, but it doesn't look like anybody's there. We got one person on that gen, a little bit beyond the little shrimp boat. We got one person right here, and we got one person unaccounted for. We don't see the other person. Maybe they're at this gen. I don't know. We'll have to get closer before we can figure it out. Um, if I were you, I would go for this gen. This gen has been getting worked on since the start. If you can get there before it gets done, that'd be great. If it pops while you're going there, then redirect onto this one and use your pop on this one. But I would try to get to this gen if you can. If you can't, then go to that one. That's what I would suggest. So I'm guessing this one's gonna pop. It's 80 seconds has passed since the game has started, and over a minute 20, and so that gen is probably pretty close. All right, so this gen isn't any more progressed. So the person that wasn't accounted for on barbecue isn't by here, I would guess. Ooh, where are you going? All right, so they were behind that gen on Pale Rose. But I don't know if you're going to make that. You don't make that. And I'm guessing this gen over here gets popped as well. Ooh, sprint burst. That early swing hurt. Pallet. Yeah. So if somebody's walking like that, you should always assume they have sprint burst. Always assume. It's better to assume and be wrong, because if you're wrong and they don't have sprint burst, they're not going to get anywhere because you're faster than them. But if they do have sprint burst, you never want to swing through it. So that sucks, but it's a mistake that people make. Now, what I would have done here is you have your pop. Your pop is already halfway gone. You need to get that pop applied to a generator, especially considering you're 2 minutes in and you only have one hook. You need to get some pressure out, and you need to get some more hits. And so I would immediately leave this person. You have your phase ready. I would go into phase, go to the gen that is over here, and pop that gen. Maybe get a hit on the person that's working on it. That's what I would do if I were you. But let's see what happens. I would not. Yeah, you don't need to break this pallet. Of course, this pallet is pretty decent. So if you want to break it eventually, but breaking pallets when you have your pop up or when gens might get done soon because people are working on them isn't really a high priority. You need to get some pressure on gens. Hopefully, you don't chase this Kate. Like this gen. How far along is this gen? This gen is about probably 65, maybe 70. So you get that pop off of that, bring it below 50. Yeah, that's pretty good. What I would do if I were you, I wouldn't even give a shit about the Kate. The Kate, there's no more generators in this corner. In this corner of the map, here's the pale rose. She did the only gen in this corner of the map. So this whole corner of the map is dead to you. You never want to be in this corner of the map again, because there's no. When you chase the survivor in this corner of the map, there's no gens that you're pressuring. You want to ideally have all of your chases be by gens, because then you're passively pressuring them and making people wonder, like, ooh, like, should I stay on this gen because it's right next to the person that's getting chased? Especially because you're Spirit, because Spirit can act like she's chasing one person and phase onto somebody else that's on a gen and get cheeky grabs or cheeky hits. And so this corner of the map should be dead to you since there's no gens. And so, like, when you're in matches, whenever you want to go after a survivor or you're thinking about taking a chase, but there's no gens over there in the corner where you're wanting to chase, don't do it. It's entirely not worth it. Even if you think it's a fast down, it may not be a fast down, and it'd be better to work. It'd be better to use your time trying to find people that are on gens and try to push them off. You find the Kate, maybe get an easy hit off here. And there goes the shrimp boat gen, or the one that was by the shrimp boat. Yeah. Just this really just you should have gone over there right after you hit the gen I was talking about. And you saw that person on barbecue earlier, so you knew that gen was getting done. Just very unfortunate. You get the head off. I should go on further into the dead corner. Yeah, looks like it. And then she's got to loop around towards docks, looks like. Yeah. Yeah. I'd be a little bit more patient with your phases. It's way, way better just to come out of phase and not hit somebody than to come out of phase and then miss. Ooh, yeah. That's just learning the tile layout right there. Oh, she's camping pallets. It's good for you. She's getting rid of a lot of pallets early. But you're not getting down, so you're not getting used out of sloppy or pop when you're committing to long chases like this. Ideally, you should break off this chase if you don't get her down soon. But, yes. All right. Yeah. Get her up. Get that barbecue value. See where people are doing gens. Get that pop value. Ooh, okay. All right. So you see somebody over here. You see somebody on this gen. And you know that the Megan is nearby. I would pop this gen if I were you, and then I'd go chase this person. The Megan is here, so she's probably going to save pretty fast, but you need to make sure that this gen doesn't pop. Because if this gen pops, you're at 2 gens, and the survivors are going to be very motivated to finish the last of them. Okay, I pop this. Ooh, and it finishes. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, and these gens are really just finishing because you chase this Kate into the the corner there where no gens were getting done just because all the gens were popped in that corner, that pale rose gen. So if you didn't take this chase and instead you chase somebody else that was by gens, I don't think that these gens would have popped as fast. But that's just positioning. It happens. All right, so you hit this person, you push her away from the corner. I don't think you should chase this person anymore. You need to try to find somebody else. Somebody popped this gen, which means that they probably want to go for the save, especially when they see somebody else hit. And so I would try to find the person that popped this gen. You heard somebody drop, and somebody just saved. So you know where everybody is. You know the Meg is at this boat. You know somebody just dropped right there, and you know two people are by the hook. It's really good info. This is good. Getting another chase to apply your sloppy. Another sprint burst, damn. Great time to use your power. Break the pallet. All right. I'd break off this chase and go back to the hook and try to prevent them from healing. Because at this point, the only way you're going to win this match is by slugging. And you want to try to get everybody injured if you're going to go for a slug. So you do. Yeah, a injured Megan. You anticipate that she's going to vault. She faked the vault. It was a good play by her. She's going to the pallet. She dropped the outside, but you catch up. This pallet's not really that great. Nice. Good. Pick up. Somebody flashlighting. Ah, darn. Is there any indicator that there was a flashlight save coming up? Let's see. I wonder if there's like anything you're missing. I didn't see it. I was very surprised by that, actually. Doesn't hurt to look, though. You caught on to that. That's props to you. You caught on to that. She was running around it very quickly. So that's props to you. That's very good intuition. Okay, so what I do, and I don't know if this is possible on controller, if you do know there's a flashlight in the lobby, what I would do is I would stand over the body and wait for a second and then whip your camera around to the complete opposite side and pick up. That way it makes it to where when the person is coming for the flashlight save, they're thinking about the angle that they're going to come at. And when you hesitate, they're like, okay, I need to run to this exact position in order to flashlight save. And when you whip around your camera and immediately pick up, it messes with their idea and their plan in their head, and they become a lot less confident and they may not be able to get the angle as well. So even in open fields, you can do that. You can go up to the body, hesitate for a second, and then whip your camera around and pick up. And people will have a lot harder of a time flashlight saving on you. So that's what I would do. And you should do that just all the time. You should do it even if there's no flashlights in the lobby, because you never know when somebody will loot one. So this person gets off because of the flashlight save. Honestly, I would break off of the Megan that just got flashlight saved, and I'd go after the flashlight one, apply sloppy, and then break that chase and try to go to a different gen and try to find somebody. Ooh, the Kate was here. Nice. You want to try to apply that sloppy as much as you can. You need to get that slug off. Good hit, good hit. It's a good time to phase, yeah. Brown add-ons really don't help you that much carrying you, so. There's another gen. Ooh, and that was the gen that the Kate was on. All right. Surely not much you can do to win this game. One gen left. Everybody healed besides this person. Really, what you'd have to do at this point is you'd have to tunnel this kid out, hope she doesn't have DS. If she does have DS, you're screwed. If she doesn't have DS, you get her out, and then maybe you can manage the three of them. That's really what you need to do. But it looks like you have all the gens on this side of the map, and so it's not that bad of a patrol with Sloppy and Pop. Apply Sloppy to this. You need to go back to the hook. You should immediately drop chase. If people are running to the side of the map that is dead, that has all the gens complete, you immediately drop and go back to the side that has all the gens. You really shouldn't be committing to this. Committing this is just allowing them to do gens. Oh, please don't commit to this. Oh my god. All right. All right. Because you hear her going up these stairs, I would have gone up the other staircase and tried to intercept her. Because we know that there's a window on this side of the stairs over here, and so she may vault through the window. And if you go to the other staircase trying to intercept her, you're right next to the where the window drops off, and so you can hit her pretty easily. Yeah, she takes the window. And that's why if you went to the other staircase, then you would have heard her vault, and you would have been able to get her pretty easily, and this chase would already be done. That's what I pretty much do whenever anybody goes up these. So you see her going up, and as soon as they round the corner right here, their line of sight on me is blocked, and I try to follow their footsteps from below and try to guess where they're going. If they're going over here, I go up the other staircase on this side. If they're going towards the front of the boat, I go up the spiral staircase on the side. I never follow people directly up. So you break this pallet this entire time, 3 people are doing 1 gen. The gen should be popping soon. Yeah. 3 people are on a gen together, most likely, right now. Alright. I'm guessing you pick up, you hook, by the time you get anywhere, the gen pops. Oh, only 2 people working on it because of the flashlight god. Alright. Body block. Got 2 people on death hook. You gotta get that Kate. There goes the gen. Damn. I want to do that. You know that there's nobody over there. Or at least you may not know. But because of how fast that gen popped, there was 2 people on it. It would have popped probably about 10 seconds earlier if 3 people were on it. But because that gen popped as fast as it did, there was 2 people on that gen. Because you were by that gen not too long ago, and it had 0 progress. And so, since you hit the Megan that was body blocking, and she ran to this side of the map that is behind you, you know that all 3 survivors are over there. And so, you going over here, you're just saying hello to the hook person. And that's really something that I can't really like teach. That's just like my internal clock of like how fast gens get done. I can tell based off of like, oh, that gen was 0 like a minute ago, and how fast it gets done. Oh, there's 1 person over there. Oh, it got done like 15 seconds faster than it normally does. Then okay, there's 2 people over there. Oh wow, that gen got done really fast. There's 3 people, and so that's just something that you just need to get used to. Tune your internal clock to how fast gens get done. Just comes with playing the game. So you got 4 hooks in total so far. It's unfortunate that you couldn't get a death and pressure them faster early on. You're just going for the camp. I feel like you could have got another hook. Right. They're 1 for 1-ing. Might as well just go for the insta pickup. Oh, they're trying to save? Why did they do that? That's kind of a bad decision. Oh, you can't find the Jake in these reeds. Yeah, I feel for you. I think you're pretty silent. DS, but DS bug, so you should be able to get it pretty easily. Yeah. Currently a bug where Spirit only has a 2-second stun from DS instead of a 5-second stun. You end your phase without swinging. Nice. And you see? Like, you're so much closer. And the controller, you're backed up. Yeah. I mess up your hearing with the firecracker. Come on, I believe in you can do it. I believe you can do it. There you go. Get that kill. Get that kill. Fuck that flashlight person. Come on, I believe. I think they're going to the window. Oh, no, they're going to the window. Try to force you to vault. All right, so I'm guessing you hook this person, they all escape. All three of them. Yeah, they're all in my corner. That door is probably 99. It is 99. Oh, it's a GG, I think. This is a 5-hook game. Which, in all honesty, for a bad game, 5 hooks isn't that bad. Because you need 12 hooks to win by hooking everybody 3 times. 6 hooks is halfway through. So you almost got halfway through. That is not that bad at all. If you would have got another kill, it'd be 6 hooks. So you're very, very close. And you had 2 people 2 hooked. And so, I mean, really the main problem with how you're playing is when you're phasing. If you're not super confident where the person is, just end the phase and walk on that person. You did that in this most recent chase, going after the Meg, and then you missed because of just controller shenanigans. Right here, yeah. This was good right here. You're not too sure where she was. You end phase, you're right back on her. You missed because of controller shenanigans. Looks like you backed up a little bit. You thought she was gonna vault. She fakes it. That's good. That's good. You never, if you're not confident where they are, don't swing out of your phase. It looks very fancy when like spirit mains do it, but when you're learning spirit, try to keep it to a minimum until you feel confident. So that was good. I want you to see. I want you to do more of that. I want to see more of that. Besides that, your main issue is like I was talking about in the beginning, because they popped that. I keep on changing the colors of the map because they popped this pale rose gen. This entire corner of the map is dead, and you kept on running for it. Let's see how many chases actually you actually ran to the pale rose. You ran to it quite a bit. Yeah, so this is your first chase. You stayed here quite a bit. That's one time after the cape popped it. You come back to it. It's the second time. You come back to it and chase the kid again. And you stay in this dead corner. God, and look at it. And this is... So you go back here. Let's say 209. And then how long until you down her? Stay in this corner. Of course, there is a gen near here, but... 209 to 321. So this is a really long chase. So you'll notice that when you do down this person, you push these people off the gens because this chase went so long and it went to the gens. You naturally push people off just by your proximity to them, which is good. This is what you want to always see. But when you chase the pale rose, there's no gens over here, so there's no people to pressure. And you end up taking another chase. This Megan goes to the pale rose, I believe, and you chase her. This is the third time, I think, that you went to the pale rose when there's no gen here. Shenanigans at the 4 wall. That's another chase. Another chase over there. Like I said, I think I said it earlier, I'd hit this person and go back. Go back to a different gen. The fourth chase of the pale rose with no gens to pressure. You go to the docks where there's nobody is. Yeah. And that's all it takes. Is just 4 chases by areas where there's low amount of people, low amount of gens. All gens are done. So yeah, you're not too far off. Not all hope is lost. Just keep on remembering there's no gens over there. I don't want to go over there. Keep on remembering it's better to be patient and just fall somebody down instead of swinging out of phase and missing. Those are the 2 biggest things that I try to keep in your head when you're playing killer next. And I think that would be really good for you. I think that would improve your gameplay by a lot. And yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Sorry for the long video. These are always really long videos of me watching. Actually, I'm curious what builds they had. And deep hit happens. All right. Ooh. So Damn, this person has an Omega Stealth build. These two perks, Urban Evasion and what is this called? I forget what it's called. Somebody will know. But this perk essentially makes it to where they walk faster, and this one makes it to where they crouch faster, and of course sprint burst. This counter spirit pretty heavily, and yeah, really nothing too crazy, really. Two DSs. I wonder, was that Kate the one? Was that Kate? Where is she? Noodles and Company. Yeah, she was one of the people that DS, so she would have DS'd you. Darn. Um, Yeah, really, it's just positioning, and you can get better positioning. It's just you got to think about it in your matches. So yeah, I believe in you, man, or woman, or whatever you identify as. I believe that you can do it. You're really not that far off. Not all hope is lost, and yeah, just keep on trying. Keep on trying with brown add-ons, no add-ons. Keep on trying to learn Spirit. You can do it. And if anybody else would like to send in their footage, of course, join the Discord, put it in DBD VOD review, and I would be more than happy to try to help you guys out, try to analyze your gameplay, tell you what I think your biggest mistakes are. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, day, or whatever. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye, everyone.